Hey, what's up, guys? I hope that everyone's had a good weekend. I thought I'd make a video concerning, for lack of a better term, white knighting, especially mostly for like corporations, not like a person or individual. I can kind of see that kind of being the case when you're trying to defend maybe like a small business or an individual or a small entity. But I see it a lot with people coming to the defense of large corporations. I mean, I'm sure I've done it before, but I kind of see it now. It's like, do they pay it? Do they give me any kind of tangible benefit? Do they do something special for me that makes me feel like I need to come to the defense of, let's say, Glock, for example? I am a Glock fan, for lack of a better term, but would I criticize them? Absolutely. I think if you really like a brand or a product or something, you should be pretty critical with where your money goes to, unless they pay your salary or your medical bills or something tangible of that nature. I don't see the reason in coming to the defense of a large corporation or defending them online, other than maybe trying to feel inclusive with a group of people because you need that feeling somehow online. Spyderco, for example, I'm a huge Spyderco fan. I don't know if you guys have known that, but most of my heavily used knives in the last 10 years have been Spyderco, but I do have criticisms of them. If I get a new knife and there's an issue with it, I'm not gonna, hold back about it. Like, this is a very special knife for me. This was given to me by Sean Houston, who developed the heat treat for the 15V. But the bevels were horrible. I mean, he didn't do the bevels, Spyderco did. But this is the one I got from him, and it'll be a knife for me forever. But I can be critical, and I can never get the play out of it. That's just the fact. Does it bother me too much? No, because at the end of the day, it's gotten a lot more even now. And it works great, and the steel's awesome. I've used this heavily a lot. But I just see it a lot. But the reason I'm bringing it up is I saw a community post by VSO Gun Channel. They're on YouTube, kind of showing his criticisms specifically about Palmetto State, Palmetto State Armories, the way they deal with content creators, how they do affiliate programs, how they treat and kind of push people. Now, that's his personal, experience. I'm not obviously a big enough content creator to be personally experienced in that. But then some of the comments were like just these. I guess I don't know if they're affiliated with them whatsoever, but they're coming to the defense of them, like blah blah blah. Why don't you, put your big boy pants on? They've been awesome for me. Blah blah blah. I guess when somebody makes fun of something you really like, you kind of want to do that, but maybe take that information and kind of think about it and kind of put it in the mix of all this stuff that you get. Like, if there's a product out there that has a large amount of examples, you're going to get a larger sample of issues. For example, Holosun. I use Holosun. This is clear, by the way. They probably have a larger sample size of failures than some of the other smaller Chinese-made optics companies. And Trijicon and Aimpoint has those too. But does that make this a bad product? This one, I don't think so. I've had a couple thousand rounds through this and no issues. The only times I've had to fix stuff was mount related, and that's nothing to do with the actual dot itself. That's either user error or the mount. I am a huge Glock fan, if the term is correct. I picked this for very specific reasons for my actual carry. But I will be critical of them if I need to. If I have an issue with my product, I'm not going to hide the fact. I'm going to want to get it resolved, and if they can't, then my money can go elsewhere. Like I said, I don't know if these people that are coming to the defense of PSA have some kind of personal relationship, or they feel some obligation to come and make sure that their voice is heard about defending them. And don't get me wrong, I go to a local Palmetto State here all the time. The people are awesome. For the most part, there's some assholes, but I mean, what company doesn't have those? I mean, it's just personal experience. They have a lot of product there. I mean, their online pricing is great, but I've heard a lot of horror stories. I mean, there's there's a channel that does a lot of gunsmithing and online. I forget the term, maybe American Fighter, I don't know. But they have gotten a brand new upper from them and critiqued all the stuff about it. I felt that they were very analytical, they were very direct, and they were very unbiased with the way they approached it. They just factually looked at all the issues that they had. with the upper from PSA. I don't think it was biased at all. I think it was very factual, and they put it out as just as a, this is what it is what we found, this is our sample size. And for the price, I mean, you can't beat some of the stuff, but it's like, and I know they came in the defense of a lot of two-way things. They do a lot of great things, but I've heard some pretty bad things. And I feel like I need to condense all that stuff into, you know, my experience and make a decision, purchasing decision that way, instead of just going from one way to the other and saying, no, I'm not gonna do that because of this one thing, or yeah, I'm gonna buy stuff because this other guy says they're always awesome. I mean, you got to take that into account of everything that before you give them your money. You're never gonna find me online or in person talking to somebody about a product and just blindly defending them, like, unless they've given me money, they've paid my salary, they've, you know, paid for Gabby's health care or something of that nature where it's tangible, I don't owe them a thing. Smaller companies, I'll do the same thing. Not to throw Ryan under the bus, but if I've used his scripts, I've talked to him about my criticisms about him, and I've discussed those online. I'm very open, but I in fact love the dude, love the products, and will always stand behind them unless something critical happens. I mean, I'll provide my hard-earned money to the stuff that's going to benefit me the most, and that's what capitalism is about. That's what being an informed consumer, purchaser, owner of anything should be about. You're not going to ever find me collecting a bunch of one product just because I like them. I mean, that's kind of a waste of money to me, but obviously my situation and life circumstances are different than everybody. But yeah, I guess that's just a long-winded way of saying I don't get the white knighting for companies. Maybe if someone can explain in a better way, maybe where I can't understand, or maybe I can understand better since maybe I'm not in that kind of shell or bubble or situation, why you feel the obligation to have to do that. I mean, I can understand why you don't. I mean, I'm in the camp of you shouldn't. They have their own marketing team. They have their own product. They have their own money. They make millions, billions possibly. And you're a very small and minuscule percentage of that, a very small, unless you just buy a whole chunk of it. And even then, you're doing them the favor. If they're providing you with the product that works, yeah, they're doing you a favor, but you paid for it. You're owed that. But let me know what you guys think. I know this is more of a rant. I hope it made some sense. If it didn't, let me know. Let me know what you guys think of the whole white knighting thing. You know, it's especially for the corporation type deals. But that was it. I hope y'all have a great night, and y'all be safe.